Swansea MTG here with a deck tech for a control Demonic Pact deck. So for those who don't know Demonic Pact, it is an enchantment with 4 options. You have to choose one every turn. You can't choose the same option twice. So you start with, you choose them in any order. So draw 2 cards, target opponent discards 2 cards, you gain 4 life. Your opponent loses 4 or you lose the game. So the whole idea is to keep recycling Demonic Pact, putting it down, picking it up, putting it down, getting the other effects off, because I mean it's just complete, it's just advantage, card advantage. It gives you life, it does damage, it's great. So I'll go through the cards. We'll start with the creatures because there's not that many creature spells. Okay, so we have 2 Icefall Regents. Is there a win condition, essentially? If the Demonic Pacts don't go off, we still have big things to get out of the field. So you play it, tap opponent's creature, and that creature doesn't untap during the control's untap step, as long as you have him out. So ideally there'd be a play set in here, but there isn't. There's only 2. Spells your opponent casts for that target him cost 2 more, so he's difficult to get rid of. He's quite cheap. I think the most mana in the deck is 5. So there you go, we have 2 of those. The other creatures then are just utility creatures. They're essentially just creature spells. The Amizian Meddler, he has Flash. When he enters the battlefield, you can change the target of target spell or ability to Amizian Meddler. So if somebody's playing a +1/+1 something, they're trying to destroy something like Icefall Regent, make it target him instead, flash him out, or just, I don't know, anything really. Anything that's going to target a monster creature, you're controlling where it goes, it's going over to Amizian Meddler. There's 2 of them. Then we have Stratus Dancer. So he's a 2/2 for 2/1 with flying, but he has Morph, Mega Morph. When he's turn face up, target counter instant or sorcery. So, sorry, counter target instant. There's 2 of those, and he will just be there as an extra counter spell. And he's nice to have a little flyer out as well to do some extra damage. So that spells, there's quite a few spells in here. So we obviously have 3 Demonic Pact, not 4. I think 3 is enough. So we've got 3 of those. There we go. Then we have a Siligmar's Command. Again, everything in the deck, the most it costs is 5 mana, and this one just gives us a reason, it gives us an ability to, we can counter if we need to. We can also return our Demonic Pact to our hand, we can destroy something, and we can blow up Planeswalker. So it's a nice, it's got multiple uses, so it's nice. I've only got 1, currently holding its place for the other one is Void Squall, which similarly it's got more than 1 use. It's 5 mana, returns Demonic Pact to my hand, but I get to rebound it next turn, so I can just do the same again with another Demonic Pact, which is quite nice. And then control cards, we have 3 Spell Shrivel, so it's colourless, and 3 counter target spell unless control pays 4, and it exiles, so that's going to be quite nice. 3 of them. Then we have 2 cancel, so counter target spell for 3. There's 2 of those, and the reason there's 2 is because there's the slightly cheaper negate, which will counter target non-creature spells, so that'll stop people blowing. They're there to stop blowing up my enchantments, things like that. There we go. And then we have this amazing card, Clash of Wills. So it's good for early on, and it's good for late game when there's a lot of mana flowing about, because counter target spell unless control plays 1, so second turn, tap 1, play 1, your opponent's probably tapped out. That's going to be great. So there is a play set of those. Now I struggled to find cards that would return something that wasn't a creature to my hand, so I settled with a playset of Disperse. So there's some old artwork from M14. Return target non-land permanent to his owner's hand. So there's a playset of those just to, as an instant, which means that I can wait till my opponent's turn and bring Demonic Pact back to my hand. It's also going to double as some control. If I don't have my Demonic Pact out, it can just make some extra board presence for me by getting rid of my opponent's creatures. We've got Transgress the Mind. For a little bit of hand control, we get to see their hand, and you choose a card with a converted mana cost of 3 or greater. Just going to get rid of some of the larger cards we don't want. There we go. That's just to make sure if they've got anything in their hand, we can try and get rid of it. I'm possibly thinking about putting in Duress instead, because Duress is just discard 1 card and it's 1 mana, I believe. Something a bit nicer. Then we have a Murderous Cut. And that's in there because I couldn't find a second ultimate price in my big stack of cards. So we've got Murderous Cut. We can probably get it down to the same cost as ultimate price. Destroy target creature, and it's got Delve. So there's going to be a lot of spells in the graveyard to get rid of. And ultimate price because it's blow up a monocolor creature. So there's two in, there's that and that. And then we have a couple of the board wipe cards. So we have a displacement wave. Not only does this pretty much scour the field of anything, it will also pick up Demonic Pact and get it back to my hand. So that's going to be really nice if I have a couple of them out and I need to control the board. So there's a play set of those in there. There is one aligned Hedron network. This essentially plays the same part as the cards that come. It's going to pop down, exile everything on the field with 5 or greater power until this leaves the battlefield. And yeah, it goes along with 2 Languish. So it's the same mana cost as Hedron network. So they essentially do the same thing, but this one is -4, so it deals with smaller creatures. So it kills everything. I'm not going to have anything on the board most of the time, so that's great. And then we have a 2 Ruinous Path, because it's sorcery speed, but still destroying creature of Planeswalker, and it's got the ability to awaken if I get that far into the game, so we can pop some land down. Is it a 4/4 with haste? So that's going to be quite cool. There's 2 of those. And there's the, I think that was the Buy a Box promo artwork. That's quite nice. There we go. So that's the spells. Again, everything's about, I think it curves out at 5 mana, except for the X costs, which can go above that if you need to. So then land, we have currently 2 Sunken Hollow. Need to get 2 more. We have then currently standing in for those Sunken Hollows 2 Dismal Blackwaters. But I think a playset of each might be nice, just because we get dual land there. There's no fetch lands in here because they're expensive and I feel slightly pointless. But I do have a playset of Skyline Cascade. Now, I know it comes in tapped, but it's got a control ability on it, and I like that for a land. I mean, it's free, essentially. Play it, tap something, you've got some mana for next turn as well. So it's, yeah, when it enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls doesn't untap, so yeah, if they just attacked, you've got them stuck. So there's 4 of those to go along with the control from the Icefall Regent. 1 Blighted Fen, just as an extra way to blow something up. And then we have 1, 2, we have a couple of swamps and a couple of islands. Let's see how many we have. I did not count these before I started. I apologise for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 swamps, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 islands. There we go. So that puts us at 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 lands altogether. There we go. So that was the Demonic Pact deck tech. So if there's anything I could include, or you think is really pointless in the deck, or just some general advice on playing it in the new standard, what to swap out when Khan's cycles along with the other ones. Your thoughts are maybe on the fetch lands. Do you reckon they're good? Are they overpriced for what they do? I'm not sure I can see why they're great. If you can explain to me why they're so good and why they're so expensive, maybe comment down there. But anyway, so yeah, that was the Demonic Pact deck tech. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe subscribe, like, comment. Lots of comments are good. And I will see you again. Thanks, guys.